So as we said, first thing we'll look at is going to be the kind of setup sequence that you have, okay? This was your first setup with that kind of capital Y. Club's basically pointing to the middle part of you.
Yeah.
And you can see kind of where your hand is on that golf club. Your right hand looks very sort of wrapped around it. Oh, sorry.
That's just like...
That right hand, yeah, that
it?
means
Like,
your left thumb looks quite
Yeah.
long there. Your right hand looks sort of like almost like a hammer grip
Squished.
kind of thing, like squeezing on. It felt powerful, but didn't really have
Fearful.
much. Yeah, exactly. Just like, don't let go. I'm
Please
gonna
hit
grab
this
on for
right.
dear life. And that's the thing sometimes. People just want to hold on for dear life as
Yeah.
if like if I'm in fairground ride kind of thing. So trying to create a sequence now. This is going to process we're going to go through, okay? Start off with the club next to the golf ball, creating that sort of extended line there. Feet kind of together, okay? And you'll see now your thumb will more naturally sit to the side of the grip, which is where we want to grip that left thumb,
Yeah.
okay? Then as we go through that, okay, we don't want to be doing this sort of motion here now, as you can see, trying to lock your left arm kind of.
I know.
It's just not natural.
Yeah.
People walking around like this with their shoulders shrugged up, it just adds tension, yeah? Now we create tension anyway unnecessarily by gripping it too tight. If we increase that by putting your arm in an unorthodox position, now this is locked, this is tight, you can't move, yeah? You want the arm to flow and sort of swing quite freely. So left arm there. So that's what we don't want. That's what we want. So your left arm is just hanging down from the shoulders. There you go, there you go. Sit.
I'm like wiggling.
I want to sit out there. Now, as you go through the golf ball now, okay, what some people sometimes do, they put their hand on their right thigh there and just slide it down to sort of keep everything nice and sort of straight on, okay? Doesn't matter if you don't do that, okay? As you come up, the camera, there you go. As you come back to the golf ball there now, we are creating that, and that's what we're really looking for in terms of that. So the club is sort of slightly leaning forward towards your left leg there, okay? The club shaft is extending up through your right shoulder, okay? You're just in a better position now, A, to hold the golf club. So your right thumb there's gone a bit across, okay? But you compare the two grips there, at least your hands on the golf club now look as they're going to sort of hold the club to control it this way, whereas the one on the left kind of like...
Lower down as well, though. Like, look how much of the shaft
yeah,
is,
exactly, yeah.
like,
Well,
the grip.
You basically got your... I mean, that's your hands now using the whole grip, whereas before it was kind of like just gripping on for dear life. I say, very much sort of like strangling that club, and just put tension through your arms and your body there, okay? So movement is going to be very, very different, okay? Then in terms of swing wise, and we'll look a little bit now, maybe sort of a movement we're going to try and focus on, okay, in terms of how the lower half of the body are going to turn, okay? A nice shoulder turn there, okay? Club going back the top. There's a little bit more that can continued with the hands and arms, but not as bad as it was earlier, okay? That's good. As we come back to the golf ball now, at this point in your lower half, more so your legs, there's quite static. There's not a movement there. We'll talk about that movement in a second, how we're going to twist through. This foot now kind of spins back, so your heel kind of goes in that direction as you come through the shot, okay? So it sort of spins around, sort of pivots on the sort of the ball of your right foot there. What we want to try and do is get a little bit more kind of shift this way with the feet, okay? So the way that would look, you do it at the moment kind of that way. We want to feel a little bit more that way, okay? And we'll show that in a second, sort of the move, how we're going to produce that. I just want to put on the video now so you remind yourself when you sort of go home how we can practice that every single day. And I always say that just for like 2 minutes a day you can do this sort of footwork practice. It'll just become something you do. It'll be so easy and so natural. I always joke with sort of parents and look, if you've got your kids playing golf, when they're brushing their teeth, you can kind of stand still, do this, or you can just stand there, you can move your feet, you'll have George will have a laugh, okay? You can be just stood there doing this and just get the feeling of this right foot kind of rolling in and pivoting up as opposed to that way. And that's why you can't really twist your hips. You just pivot the right foot, this hip doesn't go anywhere, yeah? If I roll this in and push this way, this hip now is going to come round, this foot's going to roll in and that way. And that's just sort of learning that feeling of what it feels like for you. So rather than golf balls trying to do it, you do it statically, stood upright, and then with a golf club in your hand, that'll be the footwork you produce for the golf shot, okay? Because what we're going to try and see probably towards the end of next session is that knee being sort of together and the right foot a bit more up on its toe. But if you pivot the right foot the way you do it, okay, you can't do it. And that's why if you just pivot that right foot this way, you're not really what we call shifting your weight towards target that way. It's kind of sort of staying quite steady. So your low point, your swing now will be a bit behind the ball, yeah? And that's why you sometimes top a golf ball or hit the mat early or sometimes catch off different parts of the club, okay? Just be moving that body slightly better. We're going to look at that more now as kind of a swing thought, but give you that feeling within that drill. But generally wise, set up to summarise. Left arm, relax there. Don't pinch it across your body, okay? That movement there. I mean, if you sort of put your arm there, and this is what women can actually sort of overextend their elbow the other way. Yeah, I mean, you can bend your elbow almost that way, but in this way, so the blokes can't do it. Yeah, so having that kind of there you go, exactly. Yeah, you almost hyperextend. You see,
I didn't know.
Blokes can't do it. Yeah, we can't bend. I mean, some blokes might be sort of hyper. 99% of the time, blokes can't bend their elbow that way, whereas you can bend it kind of that way. Just range of motion and flexibility. Okay, so you can put your arm in that position, which it might feel more natural to a female.
Yeah.
But to look at it, just looks a bit awkward. Your shoulder's now going to create a lot of tension. Okay.
Just relax.
Exactly.
I think I've had the feeling in my head. It's just like this arm stiff.
Exactly.
The whole
if
time,
someone says
like,
to anyone, keep your left arm straight,
you're
not going to move it. Yeah,
you're just like that.
You're spending so much of your effort now to keep this left arm straight that now nothing can move. And if nothing can move, the arm has to eventually kind of give way to help it. Okay, so getting your left arm away from there, and that's there's tension anyway. We get on the golf course, we're a bit nervous anyway. Exactly, have a few G&Ts. Exactly. All right.
After this week, they've got school as well.
Oh, after
she got
of course.
chicken pox a little bit.
So we're going to get in a much more we call lowercase y. And that's going to be kind of your swing set up to focus on at the moment now, okay?
Yeah.
We'll look at that kind of movement with the lower half now and give you sort of the practice and just the feeling of doing that, okay? But that's going to be your main focus now, just getting set up. And I would just do that at home if you can, do it in a mirror or reflection. Just learn how you sound the golf ball, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right.